that it's like, oh,
I'm gonna make it play when you say what it is.
I don't know. It's like really pressure. Like, it's like a remake. It's that Billie Eilish song. Have you heard it?
Oh, which one?
A song. It's like Billie Eilish. Da, 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 da.
Oh. Yes, I know exactly what you're
Y'all live
talking
under a rock.
You don't have the TikTok.
I don't have the TikTok.
I don't have the TikTok either, Mary Cheatham.
Oh, I guess it's Instagram. It's popular on Instagram.
Okay, but y'all, the thing about me in videos is that I don't turn my sound on.
Oh yeah, you only read the captions?
I know. I just was saying to Meg and Amy the other day, like, we've got to make sure when we do videos that we do captions, because I wouldn't listen to me because I don't turn the sound on.
Wait, so right now you can't hear me? You're just reading my
Well, I mean, in theory, if I were watching it, yes. I mean, actually, yes. But what I'm saying is like, you know, the videos where it's just somebody talking to the screen?
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, Serena Wolf. I love Serena Wolf. I think she's so cute. Do you follow her, Christina? She's so cute.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, you would love her.
She's really good. She's a chef and she lives in New York, and she, I don't know, she's always interesting, like skincare stuff, or like I love what she's cooking. And she eats lunch at her desk and calls it a sassy desk lunch. And she'll tell you what her sassy desk lunch is. Like that's my kind of content. Plus then like throw in like some moisturizing cream and I'm like done. But I like the captions. I don't want to hear anybody's voice.
Well, 9 times out of 10, if I get a chance to actually watch something, it's because my kids are asleep and I'm like in the bed and don't want to wake Richie up. And so I'm like, same thing, kind of reading the bottom so I can feel like I had at least some life that day.
Yes.
That wasn't tied up in other things.
So yours is about necessity and mine's, you know what I really think it is, y'all? I don't necessarily think it's not that I don't want to hear their voice. That was unkind. I do. It's that then it changes from that person's voice to the next thing and the volume changes and it's jarring. Yeah. You know, when it goes from video to video and you're like, woo.
Well, it's sensory overload. And then you're like, what you're trying to do to relax is more stressful. I get that.
Overload. I need more coffee. That's the word.
It really is. Great. Thank you, Christina, for that. I guess we can hop off of live now that we got our value for the day.
That's exactly right. Bye, everybody.
Yeah. Well, good morning, Christina. Good morning, Mary Cheatham. We're excited. Thank you for being here today amidst your crazy new venture that you're opening up. And by crazy, I meant crazy busy with your new fabulous. Yes. Yeah. And we're excited to learn more about it today. So will you introduce Christina?
Of course I will. I am sure that all of you guys watching know exactly who this is. This is Christina Cunningham, who along with her husband, Richie, they own Beaufort Linen in Beaufort, and they are now opening, big news, a second store called Regatta. So that's what we're here to learn about today and guys, do not worry. Nothing's changing with Beaufort Linen. It's going to be all the service, the wonderful, customizable, fabulous pieces that you know and love, but there's going to be a more accessible line available. So this is great news for everybody. It's like you're opening up a whole new world to us, Christina. This is awesome.
Yeah. And I am so appreciative, ladies, for interviewing me and getting the word out about this. This has been something we've been working on for a while behind the scenes, and just now feels like the right time. So I really appreciate you letting us highlight this.
Oh my gosh, we're so thrilled. So tell us, I mean, how did the idea come about? Have you always thought, since you opened Beaufort Linen, first of all, back up one step and tell us, you and Richie, this has not always been your life. So can you give us like a brief snippet on that? And then you opened Beaufort Linen, and how long have you thought about having a secondary venture like this?
Well, I mean, this will be our 9th season in Beaufort Linen. And prior to this, we worked in finance. And, you know, if you've never heard about our story, it's cool. I mean, we had finance jobs, worked 9 to 5, and decided to just say bye, walk away, and start something completely out of left field. And, you know, 9 seasons in, I can say it has been an absolute joy, blessing. There's been bumps along the road, but just growth. And now that we are in a place, we didn't think we could have kids. And so then we had kids right in the middle of all this. And our kids are getting a little bit older. They're in school. And, you know, this idea of having another store and piggybacking off the growth of Beaufort Linen has been in the back of our heads. It's just been really waiting for the right chance and the right space, opportunity, all of that to do it. So here we are.
So great. Okay, so tell us what the concept is behind Regatta.
So I've been joking with everybody that Regatta is essentially Beaufort Linen's chic beach house sister. It is
Oh,
going to be our it's a similar concept as far as product mix. We're going to have a lot of furnishings and some pickup items as well, but a little more modern take on coastal style. And that excites me. The brand development, the curation, thinking of people that would actually shop there. That's my favorite part, is like picking out a few different people that I can envision shopping there and helping tailor experiences that hopefully they will enjoy as much as I think they will. So this has been a really fun project for us to create a new brand, essentially.
That's so exciting. And logistically, when are you hoping to open your doors for this? I know that, things change and things like that, but what's your general ballpark timeline?
So we're shooting for February of, so pretty quickly. The big thing right now is just getting the rest of the inventory in and getting it to a place where whatever you see in the store, you can also shop online for, because that's been a huge to us in our other business. So we're working on that back end right now, and we're probably about 75% done on all of that.
That's so exciting. There's going to be an online aspect to it. I love that about Beaufort Linen.
I do too.
You guys have always done such a good job with that. And I think, people throughout the state can shop your awesome products. I think that's really exciting.
And so, Christina, tell us where is the storefront, the actual brick and mortar? Where is that going to be?
So it's also in Beaufort. It's off of Cedar Street. So the address itself is 806 Cedar Street. It's Unit B. It's right beside the new coffee shop in town, which is amazing if you have not tried it out, or Jamie. And it's about the same amount of space we have at Beaufort Linen, believe it or not, without the stock room area. But people are always joking, like, you won't do anything unless you can walk to it, will you? And I was like, oh, nice to be able to do everything within a couple of blocks. So it's here in Beaufort.
That's so exciting. Okay, Christina, one question I have for you is, and I've said this before, maybe even on Coffee with MC, but just one of the things that I was blown away by was how beautifully you pivoted during COVID and took your brick and mortar Beaufort Linen and turned it into such a huge online retailer. I mean, just like Meg was saying, people across the state, and I'm sure you have clients all across the US that order stuff from you guys. How are you going to handle the social media for Regatta? Will you do that under the umbrella of Beaufort Linen, or will you do that separately?
Good question.
So I think right now, one of the things I've always been really careful about is my voice within our social media. I think that I try to really showcase what our days look like, as far as, okay, there's 5 shipments coming in and they're 2 weeks early, and we're figured it all out, and we'll show you from here to there. And I don't intend for it to be too much different than that, because our business is really our lifestyle for us. It's afforded us a way to live where we want to live and do what we want to do. And so I don't want to change that voice within the Regatta, Regatta name.
Yeah.
What I could being a little bit different, just because from a standpoint of growing social media platforms and multiple things to cover, I don't want to start posting pictures of my kids on Regatta by accident, because I have too many things to handle.
Right.
So
we love to see your kids, though.
I mean, yeah, they're beautiful kids. I'm not going to be like, oh, why is Regatta at Disney World right now? So my goal, and what we've started doing with Beaufort Linen, is I have this great girl that comes in and she'll take content, and we make our campaigns per quarter or per week or whatever, per month, whatever it needs to be. And we'll get our content shot all at once. And then there's several programs or apps you can use to post at different intervals. I haven't found those as effective for us. So I still manage the times that things are posted, or sprinkling in that real-time element of it. Like, oh my gosh, there's an 18-wheeler out front and it wasn't supposed to be here for 2 weeks. Who wants to help me unbox? Because that's the kind of see. I don't know about y'all, but like,
oh yeah, the real life, the authentic stuff. So Christina, as you're doing this, as you're making these plans for the online presence, for the social media, so you're going to have a separate account on Instagram and on Facebook for Regatta?
Cool. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay. Because I do feel like your voice comes through so much on Beaufort Linen, which I think is so appealing.
well, I just think for brands, and this is kind of going off of the topics of kind of what talking about, but for brands to be successful, in my personal opinion, and where I choose to spend my money, are places that people are involved in them. Not going to these mass market giant stores. I like to find the cool local stuff and shop with people who are giving back to their communities. And so that's something I don't ever want to lose touch with or lose a sense of, because that's why we're doing what we're doing, is to be here and to live here. And that's why I want to keep that voice similar. But I do have help. Don't get me wrong. Like, I have so much help when it comes to capturing the content and then also kind of getting it out there as well.
Well, I think that's so cool. And I think what you said is exactly right, as far as, wanting to be authentic and people that want to be involved with folks who are local. And I think that that's what's really neat about what you're doing, is that what I understand you to be saying is that Beaufort Linen's going to stay the same. You can go in there and you can see items, you can see furniture, you can bedding, all those things, and then you can customize and order what you want. So design services, that sort of thing. And then Regatta is going to be more come in and buy off the floor, so that if it's me who lives here full time, or somebody who needs to come in and furnish a beach house, right, that you're able to come in and do that. So I think what you're doing too is that you're making your the things that you curate and the wonderful eye that you have, you're making that accessible to more people, and people who have different timelines, people who have different requirements for what they need.
Absolutely.
That's really amazing.
Well, and it's just from feedback from people that are shopping in the store all day, every day at Beaufort Linen. I hear them say, gosh, I love this. I would love to take it home right now. And we do so much custom there that this Regatta will be basically, you see it, you like it, you buy it. It won't come in 15 colors. There won't be a lead time. There won't be any of this. If you want multiples of it, yeah, we could get you more of it sometimes, but there will be some one of a kinds mixed in. But this is essentially for folks who want to get things more quickly. It's a more casual look, and it's a more casual price point as well, because with custom generally comes a higher price point. Sure. Since this is just floor, it will be a more casual price point as well.
I am so digging the phrase casual price point.
Me too.
It's so good. Yeah. I really like that.
Agree.
It's making me very happy.
Well, Christina, we have our final question, but I think one thing that I heard you saying, and I hear Mary Cheatham say this a lot too in our own business, but I think the businesses that thrive the most are the ones who care about the experience more than the product that they sell. And you're putting, it's so clear that you put yourselves in the shoes of your customers more than you, look at the products you have on your shelves, if that makes sense. Of course you care about the products on your shelves, but yeah, you're, I just think that's so cool. And it's so clear that you do that. And based on the success, 9 seasons being open and now
and thriving. I mean,
now too. So we're so excited. Thank you, Christina, for caring so much and, being a part of our community.
We can't wait to come in. Okay, so we can update. So I know, we're at the end of January now. You're looking at mid-February. So will you let us know once you guys have a solid open date, and we'll get that out there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So planning to do a little grand opening with, little bites and some bubbles. And so I'll make sure that across all my social media platforms that it will not be my
right. You're growing social media platforms. That's exactly right. Oh my gosh, I love that. And we're going to love them all. We're going to love them all.
We will.
Okay, well, would you like to ask Christina the final question?
I would. Well, Christina, this is your 3rd time on Coffee with MC, so I know you know what question's coming. We're curious, recently, what has been saving your life?
So something I've started doing and being very much more careful about is taking deliberate breaks. And I think something I didn't do when we first opened our business was, I love what I do so much. It is sort of hard to delineate between when you're working or when it's pleasure, because the two really collide so much for me. So I've been really careful about putting boundaries around my time that is for just my family or just my friends or just Richie and I. That's become something that, as my life has grown and, I have kids now, and I want to make sure I don't miss out on those little things that you don't think you will, but you don't get another chance. And so I've been very much more deliberate about my breaks. So I think it seems kind of counterintuitive that taking time away from your business would grow it, but on every single level it does. You see the business at a more macro level, so you can fix some of the things that you didn't realize when you're just in the weeds of it. But then you're recharged and you're renewed and you're giving your best self to each side of things. So that's been something that I struggle with still really hard, but I've been trying really hard to do.
That's so important.
That's a really good one.
That is awesome. Well,
that's really good.
Christina, thank you. Now go back to, we know you have 4,000 things to do today. So thank you for being with us. Keep us posted when you have a, grand opening date, and we will blast it all over the internet. We're so excited.
We're very excited about Regatta. Thanks, Christina.
Cheers. Good.
Cheers.
Bye.
Talk. Oh, she's wonderful.
I know, man.
I know.
I'm excited about that.
So it's off Cedar Street. So this kind of goes into what's saving my life, but it's next to the historic grounds, which we went to as a marketing department for our marketing meeting earlier this month. And something that has been saving my life is that book that we're reading, The Know What You're For.
It's really good.
And in the book, it's by John Maxwell. Is that right?
I don't think it is by John Maxwell.
Oh,
here we go. It's by Jeff Henderson.
I was close.
You guys, it's right here on my desk.
So close.
Know What You're For.
Jeff Henderson.
Yeah.
So in the book, it was just a small little nugget that he had, but he said, it helps with culture if you mix up where you hold your meetings. It's like a really simple thing, whether like you hold them in a different room in your office or someone's house or whatever. So we've vowed for the first quarter of this year, we have a running weekly marketing meeting with Mary Cheatham, Kristen, Andy. It's a smaller little meeting, but we vowed to go to different coffee shops around Carteret County and holding our meeting there, both, to show our appreciation for these coffee shops because they fuel us more often than they know, but also to change up the scenery and get some more creative inspiration in different locations. So that's been saving my life.
I think that's a great one.
Yeah.
It's a really good one.
What about you?
Y'all, mine is a product, which is, I know, and I don't, Meg, you're too young. Don't even look at me, but you guys, I don't know if any of you guys who are not as young as Meg have noticed that my eyes get red in them a lot.
Like in your eyeball?
Yes. I get like red. What's the word? There's a word for it, y'all. It's,
dry eye?
No, well, kind of, but like the red,
Veiny?
Yeah, like the red, like crinkly stuff that goes in on the whites of your eyes. When you get the red that's on there, they make these eye drops that are called Lumify.
I've heard of these. Do they work?
Yes.
The whites of your eyes look very white.
Thank you.
Lumify. Do they hurt? Do they burn?
No, they don't hurt at all. You just put like 2 drops in each eyeball, and I thought there was something wrong with me. I'm not kidding. And I was actually with a friend of mine from Greensboro, and she said, no, Mary Cheatham, she said, as you get older, your eyes just get redder. Now, I haven't researched.
Is she an optometrist?
No, she's not. She's also a real estate broker. I have not researched this, but apparently that it's true. I don't know, but so what it does is it immediately, the redness in your eyes, on the whites of your eyes, kind of dissipates, and your eyes are a lot whiter, and it's amazing how much better it makes you feel to look in the mirror and not feel like you're the crypt keeper.
That's amazing.
So
they do look fantastic.
So I'm just going to tell you guys.
Lumify.
It's Lumify. And I wish I had the box in here. I'm sorry. Lumify. And I just put 2 in every morning. I
love this.
Yeah.
Great
Lumify.
tip.
That's what's been saving my life.
Eye drops.
And
know what you're for.
And the tip about switching up where you have your meetings, which I think is something, great.
Sure.
Where you do your work, you're taking your laptop into a different room.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So y'all go get your eye drops, go grab some coffee from a local coffee shop this weekend, and have a good one.
Happy Friday.
Bye y'all.
Bye.